went down, gold went down, and even Bitcoin, went down as well. I think this was because of concerns of a possible bubble, asset bubble. One day we'll talk about the subject of asset bubbles, but I could sense that in the market there were some concerns of asset bubbles there. Still talking about Bitcoins, and the reason why I'm focusing on Bitcoins, Tafadzwa, is because it's a type of a cryptocurrency, and it's a type of an alternative in investment. In South Africa, this week we got news that the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, which is the regulatory body for all investment schemes in South Africa, they actually licensed, guess what, Tafadzwa? 59 operators. I'm talking about platforms to sell all, cryptocurrencies. That's very, very, interesting. So they approved 59 operating licenses for cryptocurrency business. We got that from an official from the FSCA. I think her name is Felicity Mabaso, who indicated that they had received 355 license applications, for people to operate cryptocurrency, platforms. I thought that was a huge number. I actually thought that was a huge number. I don't know why in my mind I thought that possibly they would approve about 10 licenses. But we're talking about 355 applications of people who want to operate these platforms, and only 59 were approved. And the FSCA indicated that 262 applications are in progress. Now there are three comments that I would want to just make arising from that. Comment number one is that as somebody who is interested in investment, ask yourself, why are people going into cryptocurrencies? Why do we have all this number of applications? It's something that I would want to, you to, really ask yourself. The second comment that I would want to make is that, we would know that in 2022, the FSCA indicated that, crypto assets were going to be recognized as a financial product and were going to be regulated. So that announcement came, last year. I would want you to imagine. So the first thing that I want you to ask yourself is, why are people going into cryptocurrencies? The second thing is, what is likely going to happen to the price of cryptocurrencies once regulation has been tightened? What do you think will happen? As I ask all these questions, I'm not necessarily suggesting that you should jump into cryptocurrencies. Our advisory still holds go into cryptocurrencies for this year, and that's different to the advisor that we issued last year, but limit your exposure to not more than 5% of your portfolio. So our advisory still holds. So the second thing that I would want you to reflect on is, what do you think will happen to the price of cryptocurrencies as the regulation is going to be tightened in this particular area? So that's a question for you to think about. The third thing that I would want to say, which is something that I will elaborate on, is that there was a survey that was done in South Africa on alternative investments. And that survey, as I will indicate later on, indicated that a number of South Africans actually see cryptocurrencies as the most popular alternative investment. So those are three things that I would want you to just